Hey, thanks, Thrash. I appreciate it. Is it choppy or anything? Is it like cutting out, or I was having problems a while ago trying to go live and it was not working out for me. I don't. Well, I hate it when that happens. How you been doing, buddy? You still there, Thrash? Skipping a bit, huh? Man, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if my I don't know if there's something wrong with my phone or the app. I'm trying to figure it out. I've tried a couple different streams now, and it seems like they just keep kind of messing up. So, is it stable at all? A little bit? Is the audio still kind of jumping? YouTube says my stream status is good now. It seemed like it was bad a while ago, but I don't know if I should continue or not. I'll let you decide. I'll let you both decide. You tell me, should I keep going or should I stop now? Oh, really? I don't know if I played 35 minutes. I thought it was only 15, but maybe. So, sorry about that, man. I was just seeing people drop in and out, and I was just like, what happened? So I keep thinking that my streaming on my phone is not working very good right now for some reason. So. try something with the pedal here. Sounds like thrash or sounds like trash? Okay. I wasn't sure. Somebody with like the name thrash metal comes into your live stream, you kind of want to. Actually, part of my practice routine involves keeping up with some picking, because I find if I don't play stuff like that often enough, then I kind of forget, so I practice a lot of different gallop techniques and stuff, just to keep, like the then of course I like to practice just the straight full on as almost as fast as I can go. Yeah, man, I love playing that. And then I love to play me some blues. Let's see what we got here. Keep practicing, metal. If I can give you any tips or anything, man, I'd be glad to help you. Hey, Soda Pop. Yeah, this is the PGM. PGM. guitar, I really like it because I can stretch a lot. Like I can reach. Thanks, man. Oh, nice. Yeah, I kind of like A minor. It's fun to play in it. I think I knocked it out of tune just a little bit. Doing those stretches. I'm gonna check it a little. You guys want to hear anything in particular? I knew one of these was out pretty bad. was my B string. B's the culprit. I noticed it when I was doing the run up the neck. Soda Pop, I'm actually in standard tuning. It's funny. It's funny. I noticed a little bit about the shorter scale guitar. When I first got it, it had eight gauge strings on it, but there was kind of tuning issues with it. Like, even though the strings would all be in tune, seemed fine for doing just some heavy rhythm stuff, but when I started playing chords, like right there, yeah, it's like I need to. I haven't done anything other than put some 10 gauge strings on here, so even with 10s on here, it's still really easy to bend. But yeah, there's kind of a and I'm not really an expert at adjusting anything, so I don't know if I need to play around here or maybe tighten the nut up or something. Hey Jim, hey, thanks man, appreciate that. It's funny because there was a local guy that had some stuff, and I actually bought it and ended up putting some more around the rest of the room. So I didn't want to wake up the neighbors, when I'm playing late at night. So it was kind of cool to put some foam up around the walls and just kind of keep it quiet in here. So and I wouldn't wake the wife up when I'm playing at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and she's sleeping. Anyway, each string uses tuner and compare the 12th fret. Yeah, that's what's funny, because I actually. There it sounds perfect. I don't know. It's just something about this shorter scale neck that does it. But when I started taking some lessons again, I actually went to Artist Works. So naturally, I'm taking lessons from the Paul Gilbert. And one of the things that he's showing me is stuff that required me to do a lot of stretching. Actually, on my other guitars that have full size medium jumbo frets or whatever, it was a lot harder for me to do some of those stretches. Case in point, there was this lick that was like. Besides my muting there, I'm doing the stretching pretty easy now on this one. I'm still working on it. I can do it a lot better down here, of course, but the frets are closer together. That was actually the last lick that Paul Gilbert showed me in our video exchange. he showed me some other ones too. I was like, man, if I want to get away from doing 3 note per string stuff, so he showed me this cool 2 string pattern. It's still in the key and the scale, but just 2 notes per string. And of course, some string skipping. I got a lot of work to do on that stuff. I've definitely always been more comfortable with 2 note per string stuff, but I really want to learn the more 3 note per string stuff. And one of his lessons, he does this really cool 3 note per string. So doing the major scale, for instance, he says, hammer on, and then pick the other 3. Yeah, I always have to play the videos back when I'm watching him play stuff because, man, he's just so good. But hey, Zimmerman, how's it going, Sean? Any Gilbert licks? Yeah, I mean, actually, all those that I just showed you were licks that Paul actually showed me on our video exchanges. On Artistworks, Paul does video exchanges, and he's got over 6,000 of them. And this is one of the coolest things because everybody who's been on his school can actually go back and watch videos that he's done with all of his other students. So, if you want to learn something about a certain scale, a Lydian or Mixolydian or Phrygian or whatever, and he's done something on it with another student, you can watch those. And actually spend a lot of time watching other players and then their questions. And then Paul, to each video exchange, he'll actually give you personal feedback on your playing ability. And I've been playing for almost 30 years, but I was always stuck in this box. Basically like the pentatonic scale. I love the pentatonic scale and I play it all the time. It's probably my favorite scale. But since I've been taking lessons from Paul Gilbert, he's been showing me a lot of the 3 note per string stuff. And those licks that I showed you were ones that, like, he said, okay, try this out and see how this works. And he critiques your playing and shows you personally some things that you could benefit from. So, like I was saying a while ago, when I told him that I actually showed him that I got one of these guitars, smaller scale, so that I could start doing a lot more stretching. That's when he showed me. Yeah, he's an excellent teacher. That's when he showed me the string skipping, which he does a lot of lessons on string skipping, like. But then he showed me this. He showed me this one. I always have trouble with that because I got to do a finger roll right there. And actually, I think when he showed me that one, he did a hammer on there. And there's another lick that he does. It's a 15, 14, 12 on the E string, and then B string it's 15, uh, 15, 13, 12. Now the first pick is like a pull off. And he just does this sort of this little repetitive. I need to do pull offs. Pick once, up picking, and then down pick, or alternate pick the rest of it. I usually practice that with a metronome, and I'm kind of going back and forth. But I really enjoy learning new licks from him. But the major scale is probably the one that I'm really working on a lot now. What are you guys working on? I think I might do a video sometime showing showing how the whole Artist Works thing does, and I'll upload some videos of mine and Paul's exchanges from Artist Works and show what it's like or whatever. But I'm hoping, I mean, I'll never be as good as Paul, but I'm hoping I'm going to get good enough where, you know, I'll actually start giving lessons again myself. Some beginner stuff is easy, but, you know, a little bit more of the faster stuff. I'd like to get better at it. I don't mind. Actually, somehow I found a I don't know if it was a code or something. There was Artist Works was giving a deal on it, so for like a whole year, you could get like, I mean, it was almost like 50% off or something, maybe 60. And actually, as a member of Artist Works now, I can actually give, like, if somebody signs up and I send you a link, you can actually get like a month free, and you can sign up, I think, for like 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, something like that. So, and I'm on there for. Oh, hey Jim. Yeah, man, you're welcome. Anytime. Oh yeah, I remember that now. Okay, I thought your name looked familiar, and I was like, where do I know him from? I couldn't remember, and I just thought, man, yeah, dude, that show was so awesome. I was, I can't believe more people didn't show that video. And I don't know if you guys heard or not, but his album is out now, Pledge Music. Behold Electric Guitar, and it rocks. It really does. It's kind of interesting because to me it seems like he's doing a lot of slide stuff on it, you know, and I personally hadn't heard him do a lot of slide stuff, but on his Pledge Music account, he does these updates pretty much almost every week, from when the project started all the way up until it was done. And then also on Artist Works, I got to see a lot of different videos of him talking about the process and writing the songs. And he actually wrote words to a lot of those songs, but the whole album is instrumental. There's like, I think a song called "A Herd of Turtles" or something like that, where he kind of talks over it, but there's no vocals on it. It's all instrumental. Man, it's a great album. If you guys don't have that, I recommend checking it out for sure. It's called "Behold Electric Guitar." But he just does an amazing job on it. Slide guitar in it. There's like some hints of I'm gonna say almost sort of jazzy-ish kind of. Um, there's kind of some jazz stuff in there. Also, obviously there's gonna be some like metal-ish kind of riffs and stuff in there, licks. But um, yeah, Fuzz Universe is awesome. I'm actually still catching up on Paul's entire music catalog. Um, I really like a lot of the Racer X stuff. I've messed around with some of that stuff, but I can't play it right, like technical difficulties. See, I can't even play it now. I don't even know where it goes from there. He does it higher right there, but um, I love a lot of the Racer X stuff. 1212 is probably one of my favorites off of Get Out of My Yard, which is an amazing album too. Yeah, I actually became kind of a huge Paul Gilbert fan a few years ago, and late last year I got to go see him in concert with Mr. Big in Lexington, and had the privilege of meeting him. I was with my son and a coworker and his son, and we actually got a hold of Billy Sheehan, the bass player, and man, it was so cool. The guy gave us after show passes, and we got to hang out with them and have some drinks and get their autograph and all that kind of stuff. And Paul was a little bit reserved after the show. He went back to the bus and was like hanging out. Of course, Pat Torpe was still with the band at the time before he passed away, and he came out, and Paul came out in the parking lot, and we all were inside with the rest of the band. We left it in there and went out to go talk to Paul. So we got pictures with him and stuff, and it was pretty fun, man. They were a truly down to earth band for sure. Hughes, yeah, that's Hughes and Kettner, and that's a Vortex. It's a Vortex Black Series. I'm not sure what the model is. I think there's probably a model number on the back of it. But if you were on Dave Byron's stream before, he was talking about the pedal, and I'm going to grab it here for you. This is actually what I've been using. I don't do a lot of I don't do a lot of talking about my equipment and stuff unless somebody really asks me about it. But this is the processor that I use, and you can see, man, it's just got all kinds of stuff. And I pre-program my channels up how I like them, and I just go by sound. I don't actually go by, oh, this sounds like this amp, or this sounds like that amp, or anything like that, because it has a lot of built-in presets in it. But one of the cool things about this one of the cool things about this processor that Dave was bringing up was the fact that it has a you can do kind of a bass sound on it. It's got that what did he call that? I can't remember what he called it. Like an octave something. But check this out. Octavizer, is that what it is? So, and I also use a Jam Man, right? It's like Slayerizer with an octave lower. So, like, let me see here. Here's my, there's a Eddie Van Halen, or an 80s-ish kind of channel. I'll just make up this riff here. Now, there's the rhythm I got recorded. I'm using my Jam Man for that. Now here's the bass. Now I got all that in there. Hey, Guitar Hack. Anyway, you get the idea. It's pretty cool. You can be like, be your own band, you know. Yeah, man. Now the Guitar Hack's here. We're gonna have a party. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, Jim. When I actually went to, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Disney, downtown Disney in, around Disney and Orlando and all that. There was this guy jamming there. His name is Dominique. He plays every year at Disney Springs. He's like the one of the Disney artists that actually plays around downtown Disney. And this guy's super cool. He's got a bunch of Ibanez guitars, and I noticed him playing. And one night when I seen him playing there, he had an Ibanez with a monkey grip on it. You know, Steve Vai signature guitar, and I was just like, wow, man, this is cool. What is that? Has anyone else changed their picking grip so many times they can't remember what works? Yeah, sometimes it happens. And one thing I always find kind of weird that I do is my angle. I don't know if you guys can, maybe I can show you this a little closer. But one thing, especially when I'm picking fast, like I actually take my pick and I don't slant it down this way. I actually turn my pick up towards me this way, this angle. So it seems like a lot of people do like this. I actually do it like this. You could actually hear a little bit of a difference there, I think, when I'm picking like this. But it's more comfortable for me to actually twist the pick upward. So, and when I'm playing a lot of stuff, like if I'm just chucking on strings and I'm playing a rhythm, my pick goes down. But if I want to play something really fast, I don't know that I can actually play that kind of style like this. I don't know why, but see, I'm kind of struggling a little bit. Yeah, to me it doesn't even feel natural, but so I use a pick slant this way, just regular. Like if I'm holding my pick regular, it's just kind of like that. I hold the edge of my finger, not the flat of my finger, but the flat of my thumb and the edge of my finger here. That's a natural. But then when I'm playing fast stuff, it ends up like this, which is, I don't know if you can see it like that. It's kind of weird. Hey, old man Dan is in the house. Hey, Dan. Thanks for stopping by, man. Man, you guys are awesome. Huh, really? Are you serious, Jim? You hold your pick that way too? Huh. That is so cool. Who's Brian Limert? Oh, Sweetwater. I don't think I know Brian. I don't know if I've met Brian. I've only met Tyler in the that night that we were there, and at that Paul Gilbert clinic at Sweetwater, the tall guy that came out and talked a little bit. Ian, I think was his name. I can't remember, but I met him when they said after that show, Paul's not really going to do any meet and greet or anything like that. After the show was over and everybody was filing out and leaving, I actually went around and went to the bathroom, and after I got out of the bathroom, I met the bass player and the drummer in the bathroom, and then when I walked out, Paul was in the hallway there, and he was holding up some pedals and stuff and was taking pictures with people, and that guy was out there, so I met him then. But that's pretty wild. Shoot. Man, I can't believe that. Yeah, I don't really know anybody else that picks like that, and I just always thought I was weird for doing it, but I don't know. I just couldn't, when I wanted to play something really fast, just picking, having my pick slanted down, I had trouble with that. I just couldn't. I mean, I can do it, but it just still, the sound doesn't sound as good to me. Now when I pick it up, and I can even go faster, I feel like I pick faster when my pick's slanted at an angle this way versus an angle that way, which I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but yeah, these are painted. That's all. Yeah. Yep. It's a nice guitar. I really like it, man, because you can do some stretching on it. Paul he actually uses one of these shorter scale guitars in his shows, and one of the things he showed was like this, really, now I probably can't do it on my jumbo guitars, but he does this thing where it's like, and maybe even reaches even further. I don't know. The guy's got super long fingers. But you can see I got my first finger on the 12th fret, and I'm actually reaching all the way to the, what is that, 21st fret. So But when he plays live, you'll see if you ever watch some videos of some of his recent concerts with Mr. Big, he'll have this guitar on a stand, and he goes over and he starts playing. He's only got 3 strings on it, but they're all tuned the same, and he just does these wicked arpeggios with just those 3 strings that are tuned, and he just goes back and forth between them, and then he hits his ditto and overdubs it. It's pretty cool. Brian, oh, he works at the retail, bald guy. Yeah, you know what? He's the guy that checked me out that day then. Because I actually bought, before the show started, I actually bought some strings and stuff, and my son was with me. He bought a strap, and that was the guy. That guy was behind the register with this other younger guy. So that's pretty wild. Do you know Brian pretty well, other than he works at Sweetwater, or I mean, and did you jam with him? How do you know that he picks like that too? I'm kind of curious. You keep yours pretty. Did you mean flat? Fault? Unless I want slicing sound to the riff. What was you talking about there, Thrash? You pick down then? Sean Lane, who's that? Oh yeah, yeah. Introduce yourselves. Jim, meet Guitar Hack. Guitar Hack, meet Jim. Check out Dave Mustaine's longest stretch across the fretboard. Washington his next riff using his thumb to go 12 frets. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I could probably. I mean, on here, yeah, I could actually do that. If I had my thumb right here. See, I'm all the way down here. I could actually reach past it all the way to my pickup. I have my thumb on the 12th fret, but I can't play with my thumb like that. I don't know. I've never tried. Do it now. Let's see here. What would I do? It's hard to play like that, that's for sure. Oh, really? You know, it's funny because in his lessons, I've seen where Paul would try to tell somebody, you know, try to plant your guitar like that, you know, just on your leg and get comfortable, you know. And when I do it like this, I've got shorter arms, you know. I don't have real long arms, and I don't have long fingers, so I can play some stuff like this. I can play some 2 note per string stuff pretty good like that, but to me that's just not natural. I like to just kind of put the guitar out in front of me, and then, you know, I have a much easier reach for everything. But you know, he plays naturally like that though. Like when he's teaching, he's just sitting there like this, and his guitar's like that, and he's using his Fireman or whatever, and you know, it just sits perfect right there. Now this one's a little bit different because it's the shorter scale is smaller and everything. So, just to me, it just feels more natural right over here. found out that I pick that way too when I'm playing when I'm playing those runs on that scale. Like I thought I would be, you know, picking that angle that way too, but I don't know why I don't. Anything with that, anything that has to do with any kind of fast picking, I always take it in turn. Now, if I'm just chucking rhythm, see, that's just weird to me. But even when I was playing like that, still feels more natural to slant the pick up this way. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think you definitely got to slant the pick, but I mean, it just seems to me like most people slant it, you know, that way, and I don't know, that way just doesn't seem natural to me. It seems like when I slant the pick up this way, it just kind of, I don't know, it just feels more natural and it sounds better to me for some reason. If I'm doing something like that, it seems like I can do either way that way. But if I'm picking if I'm picking really fast, either alternate picking or just straight up uh, chunking, galloping or anything like that, I have to turn it up. There's no I can do it either way. I mean, because like I said, I can do it, but to me it doesn't even sound that good. Unless you're sweeping. I gotta ask you guys something. So you can hear the different sounds. Now here's my natural the sound that I like to use in my processor every day. I'm gonna show you. This is the channel that I personally set up in this processor. It was just a sound that I like. So, they ever host get-togethers where people get together. Just to, you know what? I actually I've never done that. I mean, I do with family and friends and stuff like that. I've actually never done that like with anybody I've met online. But um, that's not to say that that would ever happen because I enjoy having musicians over and jamming. So yeah, yeah, maybe we can hook up sometime. Um, I'll have to find a way to email. I think maybe we did email before. I can't remember. anyway, I'll find a way to give you my number or my Instagram or something like that, or another way that we can chat back and forth. Um, all my stuff is either Fade to Al, FADETOAL, like Twitter, or um, I think Twitter's Fade to Al. Metallics Music on Instagram. Um, so, hey, Guitar Hack, thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate it. Soda Pop, to answer that question, um, I don't think that I don't think that I, Paul Gilbert he talks a lot about that in some of the videos, like I've seen in the student lessons too, about sweep picking, and he shows different lessons. He chooses to do those arpeggios that are done in the sweep picking more in. I just got a battery warning, so um, I don't know if my phone's gonna die. Actually, it's plugged in even, so I don't know why. I've got it plugged into the fast charger. It might be getting hot. But but uh, but Paul likes to play really clean, like um, where all the notes are you know. I think that he thinks maybe there's just sort of a certain slop to it or something. Maybe not that it doesn't sound good. I just it's like he has a personal preference that he likes to not really sweep, but he uses arpeggios in a different way with say the string skipping, which is it suits him. Like that's the kind of way he likes to play, and I think it's about the technique from what I've heard him talk about it, like on the school and stuff. But I will I will do. I think I'm going to do a video sometime on some of Paul's habits, kind of like music is when he does some habits of certain people, and since I know a lot about Paul, and I can I mean I could actually get on Artist Work right now and ask him. He's probably online anyway. I take that back. He's at the Iridium tonight in New York City. He's got 3 shows there in a row, and he did a video this morning. Um, and he gave like a bonus lesson. He was learning the song "Stand" by Sly and the Family Stone, which is super cool. And the guy will chat with you on there. There's a chat thing on there. You can click on it. There's like a little shout box you can just type in and chat. There's forums, and there's all kinds of ways. And he talks to everybody, and he'll chat with you any way that you talk with him on there. When he has time or he's not playing a show or on tour or something like that. But let's see here. Anybody in Fort Wayne been to Nick's Rib Bar on Wednesday nights? No, man, I didn't know you could do that. We need to set something up. Jim, do you go there often or what? Slayerizer. Man, what have you been doing, Thrash? Have you come out with some new videos? Pretend you learn scales. Yeah. Slayerizer. That's what I would do if I was pretending. I have no idea what that was, but man, Dan, you don't need no sleep, dude. You just need to hang out and ask more questions or something. You're getting sleepy just sitting on the sidelines watching me talk dumb stuff. But you know what? Honestly, I think my battery's going to die. But hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, all of you guys. I appreciate you joining. And I could be on. I could be on every Wednesday. I don't think I've ever actually scheduled anything. I just kind of pop on like whenever I get home from work. Sometimes it's like sometimes that's the best time because I haven't played my guitar all day, and if like you're gone, a couple days or something, and you hadn't played, you get home and you're just like, oh yes, I just want to, I figured that would be a good time to do a live stream, and so I just did that. But anyway, hey, see you, old man Dan. Yeah, and you guys should all subscribe to each other too, man, because you guys are all cool, and I'm sure some of you already are, but. Let's see here. What should I do now? What should I do now? What do you guys want to hear? My battery's low. My phone's gonna die, but I want to go out with a bang. You need to make a schedule too. Man, I thought you was already gone. Look at you. So you try to do a weekly live chat. Live chat like Johnny and Ben do. You know what? I got to figure out how to do that because yeah, I've seen them do that, but I don't know how they do it. If you know how to do it, maybe you can show me how to do it because I need to learn. I'm not sure how to do that. I'm going to keep running the band members at Sweetwater. Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna check back on that. And maybe we could plan something and go up there and jam with them. Is it like I assume it's a house band or something? Maybe the guys at Sweetwater know them all. I actually just ordered me a metal throne, or a metal throne, like a Gibraltar motorcycle throne. It's actually like a drummer throne, because this stool that I sit on all the time when I'm doing these live streams, it's a pain, literally a pain in my rear. So I'm getting a nice, comfortable seat. It's got a backrest on it, and that's going to be cool. Yeah, I don't know how to do the Google Hangouts in concert with like YouTube live streaming, so I'll have to do some study about that and see what happens. Yeah, I don't know if I can see what percentage my battery's at. Oh yeah, I can. I'm at 6%, and it's still charging. It's on charger, but I don't know if that's because I don't know if it's going down because my brightness is up on my phone. Maybe if I turn that down, it won't die. I turn the brightness down. I don't need to. Let's see if that helps. Still at 6%, but. Bye, yo. Oh, you sub, Jim. Are you leaving, Soda Pop? Oh, okay. I didn't know. Have you tried? Can you use Skype with YouTube Live? Yes.
What are you playing? Anything worthwhile?
No, not really.
I didn't figure so.
This is my wife.
You're playing your own guitar.
Huh?
You're playing your own guitar.
Which guitar should I be playing? Oh, my wife wants me to play the other Ibanez. Oh man, Dan, you ain't got to get to bed, man. What are you gonna do? Sleep your life away? No, thanks, man. I'm just playing, dude. I appreciate you joining. But the wife wants me to switch guitar because
No, I'm really waiting for your guitars up.
It's a very special guitar, and I gotta tell you something about that. Why don't I need to put my guitar down?
Because.
Cheers, Dan. Hey, Michael B, what's happening?
There's a cat in there. Oh, look. Who wants a kitty?
Anybody want a
Isn't it
kitty?
cute?
We need to get rid of this thing.
So cute. Have a kitty.
Ow! It's clawing me now. Anybody notice the paint job on this? This isn't stock paint on this Ibanez, by the way. My wife painted that. Yep. Did she do an amazing job? Alright, charity things. I got you. It's all good, man, because my phone keeps dying. Even though I turned the brightness down, my phone's still dying on me. I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, man, Thrash, thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, the HeatherDawnCollection.com. So when I'm practicing everything, I've actually been working on everything that yeah, it's probably overheating. I've been working on all the stuff that Paul showed me, and I put them all together. So like I'll do like a jam, not that one, but put a little beat here. Let me see here. problem, man. Thanks for joining Soda Pop, all you guys. I really appreciate it. And my phone's probably gonna die anyhow, but anyway, it's good to hear from you guys. And thanks. What started off to be a 15 minute, half hour goof up on trying to get my live stream going, and then it ended up working out. So, and you guys joined and made it work. So, you don't have 24 frets? What's up with that? I don't know. I like having to, like being able to go up the scales and stuff with it, and it evens out. You start off on your, and you end on a. That's just me though. I guess I'm used to it. I mean, I've got a couple guitars that don't have that, like, gosh, how many does that have on it? 12, 15, 17, 19. Only 21 frets on my Alvarez. I didn't even recognize that. So my Alvarez only has 21 frets. I would probably be messed up because I think I play my guitars with 24 frets more than I do. Sorry about that. I play those more than I do my guitars that have less frets. But this is not a bad sounding guitar though, and I really kind of like the color of it. But yeah, only 21 frets. Crazy. Hey, right on. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. I'm gonna call it, and thanks for joining. Rob Lowe, Soda Pop, Patrick Curtis, Pepsi Cola. Oh, The Outsiders. You were talking about The Outsiders. Yeah, that's a good movie. So you let the kids stay up extra late to blab. Right on. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, man. Till next time.